Hey guys, I'm Derekus, and this is Channel Zapped. Today I'm going to be reviewing Young Avengers number 15. It's the last book. It's the last issue of this run, and it has been a great run. I've enjoyed this. This has been so much fun. It's been a long time, and I think I said this in the last review, but it's been a long time since I've had a comic book that was just this fun. Not too heavy. It was just dealing with fun characters in these fun kind of situations. And this is part two of the resolutions, where you're getting closure on all of the characters. In last issue, we dealt with Tommy and Miss Marvel, America, Miss America, and I think we dealt with someone else, Kate. We dealt with Kate also. This issue we focus on Marvel Boy and Loki and Prodigy, and we get the speedster back, and I still can't think of his name. Yeah, that's just gonna drive me absolutely nuts. I had his name in my head again, and you would think I would write this down. But anyway, Tommy's twin brother. Um, no, Tommy is his name. Billy. Billy's twin brother. Tommy. Tommy's the speedster. Billy is the sorcerer. So yeah, forgive the mix up there. They're twins. It happens. What do you know that happens. But this was fun. I'm glad to be getting the resolutions. It's trying the author is trying to tie up all the loose ends. The emotional beats of the stories. We focus in on Marvel Boys, how he realizes Kate was so good for him, but he was so trapped in the past mentally, in a relationship, which happens to a lot of people. I've had friends that were trapped in, they were in a relationship and then they do something to mess it up. And then when they look back on it, they're wanting and wishing for that relationship. And they're like, it's too late. The damage has been done. You move on, or hopefully, potentially, the damage can be reversed, but just not right now. And that's kind of in the situation that Marvel Boy finds himself in. So, and I love him just sitting thinking, as he's playing. He's the DJ. We have Brew there, the alien. God, I can't think of the name. The X-Men characters where the Brood or Brood. I think it's the Brood. Yeah, where they go in and they infest people, and they is very predator like, or alien like, I should say. But anyway, that character is from Wolverine and the X-Men, so he's one of the students who came in, and evidently he helped out. And then we have, we moved on to Loki and his story, and we find out that Loki's the one footing the bill for this New Year's party, which was a great little. It was great. I've seen multiple books now where you have an Asgardian paying for something or giving money to someone, and there's always like a chest full of treasure. That this is the currency. And as I was looking at the guys who were taking the chest away, I'm like, man, what are they gonna do? They're gonna take that to a pawn shop, or are they gonna how exactly do you deposit that? I'm like, I find people have a hard time just accepting checks, let alone a chest full of treasure. But in dealing with Loki, his was more of an existential, what is my purpose? Or I'm going to fall into the same traps that I've been in the past, where I've been this not so good person. I've been the villain. Now I'm not necessarily a villain, but I could be so much better. But this is the story that I'm written into, so therefore I'm going to try to be the best me I can be. Because if I kill myself, I might come back and I might be worse. Because let's face it, if Loki dies, Loki comes back. Loki dies, Loki comes back. If Loki is banished, Loki comes back. Such is the way of such great villains. So he's sitting there mulling that over, and he's just like, maybe there's something here for me. If not, I'm just gonna work on me, and I'm just gonna try to be. And I love the fact that he was sitting and he was talking all of this over with David. David spotted him last issue, issue 14. You saw when David was talking to Billy, and he was apologizing about his screw up hitting on Teddy, where he apologized. They made nice, and then he was like, "Oh, I spot something going on over there. I'm gonna go investigate." He's gonna play Sherlock. So he went and investigated, and he found Loki in the shadows. So he confronted him. He was like, "Yo, so what are you playing? What are you doing?" And then that's when Loki comes clean, basically spills his guts to him, and Billy, God, I got to get these names right. David pretty much just he listened, he questioned, and he was in a way, it seemed like he was helping Loki. It seemed like he was coming from a place of, I felt really bad for what I did with the kiss with Teddy, and now I have to make this right. And Loki is pretty much saying, the team is going to easily forgive you. That's nothing. He was like, me, they're nice enough where they would forgive me. And I like the little twist where Loki feels almost, he's like, as a matter of fact, I know they would. They're nice that way, but I'm not going to let that. He's like, I'm not going to allow them the chance. And I think this is his way of trying to protect the team from him, where he's trying to protect the world again from himself. The comment was made that Loki saved the world from himself. And David just kind of put it into words. He was like, sometimes you do that. There have been times where people, in order to save something from themselves, they kind of have to take the distance because they know they're going to do more damage than good by being, whether it's in a relationship, a job, or anything. I'm pretty sure we've all been in those kind of situations where this person or this job or this place would be much better without me. And that's not. I'm not speaking in a negative kind of psychological way, in the sense of where there's self-loathing or anything like that. I'm not talking about that kind of issue. But it's more of, no, this is the reality of the situation. I'm not good for this place. This place will function better, and just simply, without ego, just taking yourself out of the situation. So I thought that was a very grown-up moment for Loki. And him hitting on David, that was still kind of, I was like, well, that makes sense. I understand why he would do that. I have no problems with Loki swinging whichever way Loki wants to swing. Like you look at mythology, Norse mythology, Loki swung many different kind of ways. So that's whatever. But David was just sitting, and David was interesting to me. David is always interesting. I'm very interested in smart characters, smart, intelligent characters. And so just sitting there looking at him processing the situation that he's in, and the things that he's failed to do, or things that he's done. I think this was as good as any resolution that you were going to get for David. He found Tommy. He figured that out, but it wasn't. It was kind of. I had to go back honestly and read that over again. I'm like, okay, so this character who's been popping up throughout the series was really Tommy, but they don't describe what happened to Tommy to get him, what got him into this situation. And I'm taking it as some kind of multi-dimensional transmutation, something, bodies, which I don't know. I honestly don't know. But all in all, it was a good time. I love the ending. It ended on a perfect note. And I have to say, overall, I've really loved this series. There hasn't been a book where I've been as excited about getting week in or month in, month out. And I think there was a period where it was coming out almost every other week also, where I just really enjoyed this book. It was a good time, and I consistently searched for this book on, when it came out. So it's definitely up there. It's one of my, I consider, if it's not, number one, my number one book for 2013, then it's easily in the top 3 with Hawkeye and maybe, God, I have a list. New Avengers. Yeah, New Avengers, Think Tank, the book to Think Tank. I'm like, it's up there. It's easily one of my number one books for this year. So I enjoyed this series. I hate to see it go. I'm gonna have to find another book that's gonna replace the fun. I would love to see these characters come back again as a team. Kind of interested to follow the Loki Agent of Asgard. I'm not sure whether I'm going to pick it up or not. I might give the first issue a try. I'm very selective about what I read. So I'm going to try to follow that. If it's interesting, I'll review it. I only review books that I really enjoy. Things that I really enjoy. There's enough. I don't feel like I have to read every single thing and then comment on whether it was good or whether it was bad or whether, if it's good, I'm going to enjoy it. I try to do an appreciative type reviews where if it's something that gets to me that I enjoy, I want to share that experience. If it's something that I didn't enjoy, there's no need to go out there. I mean, like, there's more than enough reviews out there or reviewers out there where they're going to review those books and they can make whatever comment they want. But yeah, Young Avengers number 15, guys. I would definitely pick it up. I'm actually interested in going back and rereading the whole run now because I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good time. It's going to be fun all over again. Yeah, so this has been fun. So I really hate to see it go. But all right, if you have any comments, place them down below if you're on YouTube, on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. Follow us at Channel Zapped. So yeah, comment, rate, subscribe, and Happy New Year's, and catch you guys later. Thanks. Peace.